All right, NBA fans, welcome back. The hypothetical Los Angeles Lakers, led by the dynamic duo of LeBron James and Luka Doncic, are on a mission this offseason. Find a productive center. After the hypothetical blockbuster trade that sent Anthony Davis away in the deal for Luka, the Lakers' interior presence was a clear issue. As the article bluntly states, they can't afford to roll out Dorian Finney-Smith and Rui Hachimura at center again. We've all seen that movie, and it wasn't a blockbuster hit in the playoffs. Now, a recent and hypothetical shockwave hit the league, the Memphis Grizzlies trading away Desmond Bane. This immediately got people wondering if the Grizzlies were about to hit the reset button, potentially making their other stars, like Ja Morant and former Defensive Player of the Year Jaren Jackson Jr., available. Could JJJ be the answer for the Lakers? ESPN's Brian Windhorst says, no chance for Lakers and JJJ. Well, pump the brakes on that idea. ESPN's Brian Windhorst was directly asked about the possibility of Jaren Jackson Jr. becoming a target for the Lakers as they search for a center to pair with Luka Doncic. His response was emphatic and clear. No chance. No chance. Absolutely not worth discussing. Windhorst elaborated, stating, look, I think Jaren Jackson is now in a position to sign a contract extension that's north of $200 million. I strongly believe that's going to happen. So, not only is a trade unlikely, but the Grizzlies are looking to lock Jackson Jr. up long-term with a massive deal. Interestingly, Windhorst had a different take on Ja Morant, suggesting he'd be kind of surprised if the Grizzlies were willing to give him a $200 million extension at this point. This further indicates that Memphis likely views Jaren Jackson Jr. as their primary cornerstone to build around. Why JJJ to LA was always a long shot. It seems the Grizzlies' hypothetical decision to trade Desmond Bane wasn't about a full teardown, but potentially about retooling and committing financially to Jaren Jackson Jr. as their franchise player, giving JJJ a max extension, which could be well over $200 million, would significantly impact their salary cap flexibility. Moving Bane, who was also due for a big payday, might have been a move to ensure they could afford to keep and build around Jackson. Jaren Jackson Jr.'s value. Jackson Jr. is coming off arguably his best NBA season offensively, averaging 22.2 points and 5.6 rebounds per game during the 2023-24 campaign, with a notable jump in efficiency. While his shot blocking numbers weren't at the same level as when he won Defensive Player of the Year, and he still has a tendency to get into foul trouble, the Grizzlies clearly see him as a foundational piece. The $104 million All-Star mentioned in the article's headline likely refers to his current contract, but the future is pointing towards a much larger commitment from Memphis. Conclusion: Lakers must look elsewhere. So, for any Lakers fans dreaming of Jaren Jackson Jr. patrolling the paint alongside LeBron and Luka, it looks like that dream is officially off the table. According to Windhorst, the Grizzlies seem intent on making him their main man. The Lakers' hunt for a center continues. They desperately need to address that position, but it won't be with Jaren Jackson Jr. Who do you think the Lakers should target now? Let us know your realistic center options in the comments below. What is up, Laker Nation? It's clear that just having the hypothetical superstar duo of LeBron James and Luka Doncic isn't enough for a deep playoff run if the supporting cast isn't right. After a hypothetical postseason that ended far too early with just one win, the Lakers front office is reportedly laser-focused on a crucial defensive overhaul and finding a legitimate center. The hypothetical experiment of not having a true big man clearly backfired. New targets emerge: Claxton and Wiggins. According to Lakers insider Jovan Buha, two specific names have emerged as key potential trade targets who could significantly upgrade the team: Nicholas Claxton of the Brooklyn Nets and Andrew Wiggins, who, in a hypothetical blockbuster move we need to acknowledge, was recently traded from the Golden State Warriors to the Miami Heat in a deal involving Jimmy Butler. Buha's take is pretty direct. I think looking at the current market, Claxton and Wiggins are probably the best realistic players the Lakers could acquire for each of their two big holes. Andrew Wiggins, a two-way force? The player, Andrew Wiggins, a former #1 overall pick, has evolved into a quality two-way wing. He was a crucial piece for the Warriors' championship run a few years ago, known for his perimeter defense and ability to score. The contract. This is a significant factor. Wiggins is on a substantial 4-year, $100 million contract that runs through the 2027-28 season. The article notes he has $58 million remaining over the next 2 years. Acquiring him would be a major financial commitment, but would bring a proven defender and versatile offensive player to complement LeBron and Luka. The fit. Defensively, Wiggins could take on tough wing assignments, easing the burden on James and Doncic. Offensively, he can create his own shot and knock down open looks created by the star playmakers. The question is, what would it take to get him from Miami, who, hypothetically, just acquired him? Nicholas Claxton, the defensive anchor, the player. Nicholas Claxton has developed into one of the league's premier young defensive centers with the Brooklyn Nets. He's known for his shot blocking, ability to switch onto smaller players, and his energy in the paint. The fit. Claxton is exactly the type of defensive-minded, athletic center the Lakers are sorely lacking. He will provide elite rim protection and be a lob threat for LeBron and Luka. He addresses that gaping hole at the center position directly. The competition, this is where it gets tricky, the competitive trade market. The Lakers aren't the only team looking for upgrades. The article specifically mentions that the Golden State Warriors are also in a hunt for a starting center and are likely to be competing for the same pool of players, including Claxton. This could drive up the price. Other names mentioned as being on the radar for both teams include veterans like Brook Lopez and Clint Capella, highlighting that the offseason is going to be a strategic chess match. Urgency for the Lakers. This hypothetical early playoff exit has clearly sounded the alarm bells in Los Angeles. The Lakers need to act decisively. Strengthening their defense and finding a reliable center are non-negotiable if they want to transform from a team with star power into a legitimate championship contender in the West. The decisions made this offseason will be crucial for the franchise's direction. The pressure is on Rob Pelinka and the front office. They have the star foundation with LeBron and Luka. Now it's about building the right complementary pieces. What do you think, Laker Nation? Would Andrew Wiggins and Nicholas Claxton be the right targets? What would you be willing to give up to acquire them? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.